Zach.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's see, we got Ryan. We give a couple minutes for everybody to jump on here. Superior Painting. I've seen him on here before, North Carolina. Where are you guys from? We got a lot of people popping on. Nobody's telling us where they're from or who they paint for. We got
Ryan's
somebody
from Boston.
Oh, we got Ryan Teasy from Boston. We got Superior Paintings, North Carolina.
Pennsylvania.
If you're working for a painting company or you own your own painting company, give them a shout out right here. This is your chance. We got we got the person from Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan. We're bad. Somebody tried to help us with that last week, and Saskatchewan.
What are we going to talk about tonight?
Ryan Petzold. We get him. Let's see. Hey, Chris and Lisa. We got Ryan's on. We've seen him.
Hi, Ryan.
Aaron Wilmot. I think Aaron won something, didn't he? Last week.
I think so.
I think he was the winner. I think we just sent you an email about an hour ago. Mel C. Hello, Chris and Boss Lady. Ron Lindig. Hey, man. We got our technical writer, editor, Afton, back there. She's monitoring our chat tonight. Last week it was McKenna, so this is my youngest. Last week it was my middle daughter. So,
what are we going to talk about tonight?
a lot of people no golfing tonight. Hopefully, I'm going to go practice my golf swing after this once again. Let's see. Man, we got a whole bunch of people. Omar's jumping on. So we're going to be talking about the topic tonight is exterior decks and fences, the products I use, some of the processes I go through to paint or stain a deck and a fence. If you guys have any products that you like to use or you don't like to use, let us know on our live chat tonight. Or if there's anything, any tips or tricks you got, you can just throw them right on that live feed here. We're reading it right behind my camera. Let's see. Perfect Pro Home Solutions, Yorkville, Illinois. Josh R. We got Austin, Texas is in the house.
There's some free stuff. Are we doing any free stuff tonight, Chris?
So tonight is one of the big nights. We've got our Graco Ultra handheld. We're going to be giving it away tonight on our live show. Tonight's the night. So we got our laptop set up over here. We're going to be doing our Gleam.io random selection winner of anybody that's entered to win this thing. So hopefully it's on somebody that's on live tonight that gets to win this thing. We'll be shipping it off. We got Blake.
What time?
7:30.
7:30 tonight. We're going to be doing this live. Do we have any other giveaways tonight?
We do. We got another giveaway we're going to be doing at the end of the show, and that's our
over here.
Black Dog sent me a huge whole, or Rolling Dog. Rolling Dog sent me a huge whole box of stuff, and so we're going to be giving away some Rolling Dog stuff. There was a paintbrush, some masks, a couple there. They got all kinds of just unique tools, painting tools and stuff I've never seen before in my life. I got this box. And then we're going to be giving away one of my cool Paint Life hats.
So this is at the end of the show.
This is at the end of the show. We're going to be giving away.
What happens at 7:30?
7:30, we're giving away the Graco Ultra. So
are we doing any other giveaways tonight?
So we're getting the Titan 440. Is that what we're talking about?
Not yet. That's to come after this.
So what's the other giveaway?
Posting pictures of decks or fences.
Oh, so yes. So I got a Facebook page. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It's the Idaho Painter on Facebook, and we're going to be doing a drawing. If you post, tonight's topic is decks and fences. So if you go to my Facebook page, post a picture of a deck or fence that you've recently done. For our next live show, we're going to select one of those pictures and as one of our winners, and we're going to be giving away something on the next live show next Monday at 7 p.m. So stay tuned for that. It's kind of cool. Let's see. We got all kinds of people popping on. Marla White here from Irving, Texas. Somebody says they loved giveaways. Aaron,
we like giveaways too.
I quit painting and opened up a tanning business. My tanning video is still in the making.
Yeah, I'm pretty white, so I'd be a good specimen, but no.
So we got Greg Hill from Tempe, Arizona. I use Bear, good and cheap. I love your hat, Chris. Daniel Rosas. is in the house. Javier Beltran. So I think we got 90 people on now. So we'll start talking about.
Why are we talking about fences and decks right now?
So here in Idaho, it's finally good weather for decks and fences, and the temperatures outside, they're about in the 80 degrees and stuff. So it's absolutely beautiful. And now we don't have a whole lot of chance for rain and stuff. So it's time to start power washing and prepping decks and fences. And we'll just start off with, some fences, and we got somebody from San Jacinto. That's where I grew up, San Jacinto, California. Grew up on.
Still have family there. Both of us do.
Still got family in Hemet and San Jacinto. But so fences, I'll start off just a fence. I've got videos on how I go about power washing fences, but we start off up here. All the fences you see, all of them, and I get a lot of criticism with people, tearing me apart about the rotating nozzle I use when power washing fences. And I think a lot of people don't understand the type of fences we have up here, but all the fences are rough sawn cedar. So when you go buy the material, it's extremely rough. And so we use a Mighty M rotating nozzle with our power washer. And the fences, typically when we're dealing with them, they're all gray, black, ugly, or got even some
Why are they black or gray?
They mildew. The black and gray is caused by mildew. And so we take and we strip them, and when we're done stripping them, that rotating nozzle, it tears away at the wood and then leaves that fence looking brand new again, down to bare wood or clean wood, and it leaves that rough sawn look. So obviously, if I was doing a smooth cedar fence, I wouldn't be using that nozzle. So I think a lot of people don't realize the type of fences we're dealing with up here, but they're all rough sawn cedar, and those rotating nozzles with enough pressure, it's incredible how good they make the fences look. And then we begin the staining process, and we typically use water-based stains. So hopefully you're watching first. If anybody got some questions, you can let me know.
Well, I think the big thing is we want to know what products you like to use for staining. Do you like semi-transparent, transparent, solid, oil, water? And what do you use and why and when? What determines that?
So see, so we got Separatude is our best stain brands except Mesmer's. I've used Mesmer's, and I think Mesmer's is an awesome product. It's an oil-based product, but typically nowadays it's very rare that we use anything that's oil-based anymore. And the main reason is it's just really messy. There's a lot of liability with oils because they don't dry very fast, and carrying in the air and getting on the neighbor's plants, the neighbor's house, cars. They're really light, and so when you spray an oil, there's just a big liability. And then the smell of the oils are just obnoxious, and I just can't stand dealing with them. The cleanup is extremely difficult. You got to use typically mineral spirits or paint thinner to clean up with, and then there's a lot of liability with that, killing grass and killing plants and stuff, spilling it. And nowadays the technology in water-based products is just, I believe, superior to oil-based products. And
so when would you use oil? Is there a time when you would on a fence?
I think a good time to use an oil-based product, possibly, if you've got a brand new fence or deck, the oils are, they look really good, and the oil-based products also do penetrate the wood and actually add something to the wood and help the wood last longer, help keeping it from splitting and checking and cracking and stuff. But just the water-based technologies now, they're we use a product from Sherwin-Williams that's a polyurethanized product, and the Woodscapes products and for fences is what we use in their water base. And I've right here in my subdivision, we painted, or I say paint, but it's actually stain, a solid color stain. Some previous painters made a mess of it and painted it, and it peeled, and it was a gigantic fence going around the whole neighborhood and stuff. And we power washed it, stripped it, and then restained it. And typically your fences, 2 to 3 years up here, and they're looking pretty bad and got to be recoated. But we used a water-based product, and I think how many years is it now? 4 years?
They thought they were going to have to tear the fence down, but instead we did that. I think it's been like 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years
given
ago.
So much more life than they thought.
And it still it still looks good. It's starting to get to the point where it probably needs to be redone, but that's quite a bit of time. I really like the water-based products. So much easier to use, so much easier to clean up, and then they dry if you're spraying with an airless sprayer. When on a nice warm day, the mist and the overspray goes up in the air and it flash dries really fast. And I never had any overspray get on anybody's property, anybody's cars, fences, houses, or anything. So I've never had a liability claim, from that. So.
What was that TWP oil? Ready Seal and TWP.
So we got All Clean Pressure Cleaning Service, Ready Seal, and TWP oil. I've never heard of that. That's probably, it's not a product around here that I've ever seen. George EPC Penafin. So we got George EPC wrote on here Penafin. Penafin is probably, I believe it's the best oil-based semi-transparent stain there is on the market. I used it for years and years, and they used to sell it at Home Depot and some other places, but now here in my area in Idaho, you can't get, there's only one place that sells it, is a pool store, and they only have like several gallons of it, but it's absolutely amazing product. But and Mesmer's is kind of the equivalent, but man, when you spray that stuff, it's nasty, and it gets on your skin, it burns, and man, it burns your eyes, and it's oh gosh, I didn't like using it, but it really is good.
He said any gray stain recommendations from Blake.
So as you see
Would
Blake
that be
on
a
here?
solid color stain?
Did you see Blake on here somewhere? Super Deck Solid 9600. Super Deck Solid 9600 emulsion. I use it on Trex. That's yeah. Super Deck is an yep. Super Deck is a really really good product. So did you let's see, Dave Evans, what's up guys? Rower Painting, Columbus, Ohio, from Dave Evans.
Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thanks for being with us. We got another person, Jamie Tesser.
George said, I like oil on mahogany wood floors.
So the mahogany wood floor, I'm not sure, George, if he's talking about wood floors inside or is that outside. On a deck, I've never seen a deck done with mahogany. That'd be one expensive deck.
Not in Idaho. Blake says any gray stain recommendations.
Blake Courier, any gray stain recommendations? Is that semi-transparent stain or is that solid color stain? I don't. Are you talking about what color? A new gray is a really good gray. That's a Sherwin-Williams color, a new gray. The grays are what are really in. What's trendy right now? Grays and whites.
So the family man in 7:30, we're going to be doing this live raffle, and then at the end of the show tonight, we're going to be doing another giveaway.
So yeah, we're going to be doing another giveaway at the end of the show, and this one.
What about the Facebook photo?
The Facebook photo, we're going to be doing a giveaway next live show. All you got to do is go to my Facebook page and post a picture of a deck or fence that you've done recently, and we're going to select somebody off with one of their photos, and we're going to give them a giveaway next week on our Facebook page.
And we'd love to hear why you posted that picture. Is it something you liked doing? Did it turn out really well? Do you have before and after pictures? We love that. So
I got Aaron G. Any special tip size to spray water-based stain. So when I'm and we're talking about fences right now. I'll get to decks here pretty quick. I'll talk a little bit about decks. So we got the power washing process done, and one of the nice things about water-based stains too is you don't have to let the fence dry for multiple days like an oil-based product. The fence has to be completely dry because if it's still wet, it's oil, and so there's going to be a problem with the penetration of the oil. A water-based stain, you actually, what I've noticed in doing it myself is you get better penetration, and you don't have the stuff drying so fast. You're able to backbrush it if the fence is still slightly moist, and so you can power wash the fence early in the morning and come back the same day and stain the fence with a water-based product, or stain it the next day. Sometimes we do them the same day and mostly the next day. But what it does is it gives you a little bit more working time, to back brush. And I use a 515 tip when we're spraying fences because I want to get tons of product on there. And this is the difference between a professional and a do-it-yourselfer who's just using a weed sprayer or just a pump sprayer or something like that, applying the product. Is when we're spraying it on, we typically are using 2 to 3 times more than a do-it-yourselfer. And I want a good heavy tip, and the guy's spraying, and I got videos showing our process, how we go about doing it. And we're spraying, and the person's going really, really slow, just absolutely saturating the wood. And then in order for your fence to last a long time, like the one here in my neighborhood, 5-6 years, somebody's got to be back brushing it to push it down into the pores of that fence and get it to really penetrate deeply. So if the guy back brushing is too far behind, then the stain's going to be dry before he even gets there, because it dries really fast. And so it's got to be just sopping wet for him to back brush it and get that to penetrate.
Have you done any fences lately that you want to share or show pictures
Yeah,
of?
I got I'll show you a picture. This is a pretty complicated fence that we were doing right here. Oh no, let me see.
Can they find it on Instagram if they wanted to go there?
Yeah, if you go, you can see that right there. This fence, John, my supervisor, was working on that fence, and that was probably the hardest fence we ever stained. And it had, because we couldn't get our, it's white on the opposite neighbor's fence was white, and the neighbor was absolutely adamant we don't get any stain on her white side of her fence, and what a nightmare. So it all had to be hand done on those basically the pickets and stuff. But that was a really difficult, and there was a solid color stain, a color called Ember is what that was, if you're curious what color it was. It's
and they can find it on Instagram.
Yeah, so it's on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. It's crazy. I posted a video. So I'm starting to do this while we're working during the day, posting little 30-second tips and snippets of us painting and trying to give you some tips that you won't find on my YouTube channel. But I did this video the other day on Instagram, and my wife actually shot it of me shooting gutters, so you can see how I go about spraying gutters with multiple extensions. And the video just a couple days ago, it's got over 14,000 views now.
Crazy.
It's crazy. 14,000 views, and I think I've gotten 500 followers.
Well, we're gonna learn how to use Instagram better and make a hashtag Idaho Painter, because we want everybody to share what they're doing, their successes, their failures, and for us to learn from each other.
Cool. Let's see. How do I get a chance at the raffle? So that's why if you still got time, if you haven't entered into the sprayer, my giveaways are all on my webpage, theidahopainter.com. I give away. There's a lot of products given away. There's only 12 minutes. If you go there, you're going to see one of the tabs says giveaways, and you just go right down there, and you're going to have to hurry up and enter the giveaway there. But that's all my giveaways are there. So even if you missed that, there's a bunch of other stuff to give away. See, Josh R., your Instagram is great that you provide color codes. Oh, yep, thank you. We got Josh. It's cool. He's been watching me on Instagram. Zach Rollins will do. Rich Murray, hey Chris, what app do you use to put those color swatches on your? Cool app. Yeah, so that app, that if you guys follow me on Instagram, it's really cool, and I just learned about it from John Cole, my supervisor, showed it to me, and he teaches me so much. He's amazing. So I just learned it a couple weeks ago from John, and it's really cool. So it's called Swatch Deck, and the Swatch Deck, it has every single paint manufacturer out there, and you can enter in the color name or color code, and it brings up this thing. And it takes some time to learn the app. It took me a little bit of time to figure it out, but then I use that in conjunction with Photoshop to add the photo to it and stuff. But it's really cool. But it's a really cool app. He showed me that one, and then there was another app that John showed me that is really cool too, and it's a good one for painters. It's called Slack, and go check that out. SLACK.
So
Slack.
Does anybody want to tell us about, do they like doing fences? Does anybody specialize in that, or what products? I see people talking about Benjamin Moore Arbor Coat. You've used that.
A Benjamin Moore Arbor Coat is. Yeah, I think Benjamin Moore Arbor Coat is the best solid color stain product I've ever used in my career. Absolutely amazing stuff. I love that stuff. I did a whole house in with black. We did it, stained it with black from Arbor Coat. Absolutely amazing. All their trim and stuff was solid color black, and I love that stuff. The stuff I use from my local paint store, because the Benjamin Moore store here is just a local store that's like, I think I talked about it before, where it's not one of the corporate stores, it's a privately owned store.
It's not as convenient.
It's not, yeah, they don't cater to contractors, and they don't have enough product, and they're super duper expensive. Benjamin Moore, please get a store up here. That'd be really nice if they did.
Yeah.
Let's see, Ryan Petzold, Instagram is the fastest way to go to your business in regards to social media right now. Fastest to grow. I think it's what he meant to grow. Yeah, that gets a little bit into the marketing things of painting. If you own just any business, man, you got to be on social media. Instagram and Pinterest are ways to grow your business fast, along with Facebook too.
Well, especially Pinterest, because people are looking for colors, and if you're a local paint company and you are posting your work on there, and people are like, "What's the trending colors?" and they find you.
Yeah.
You can get work that
so
way.
We got David Evans says the app is tricky. I'm sure he's probably it takes a little bit to learn to use. So I was sitting here at my desk when John showed it to me, and it took me probably 2-3 hours to figure out how to use it and integrate it with Photoshop to get it to work with the photo and everything. But once you learn how to use it, it's awesome. I'll have to make a tutorial on how to use it, and I'll post it on my website. Aristo Shield. So I'm not sure what that is.
D3 RM1263.
Aristo Shield. I've never used it. I mean, who sells it and who makes it? I'm kind of curious. We got a super chat from Mel C. Let's see.
You.
Thank you very much for your support, Mel C.
How
How do you deal with wrought iron fences, rust removal and inhibitors, best paint, etc.? I'll be tackling one this summer in humid Missouri. That's a good question. So the way we paint our wrought iron fences is using an HVLP sprayer, because you're almost no overspray, just very limited. It's with an airless sprayer, you're going to go through at least 4 times the amount of product, at least, and you're going to have tons of overspray and fallout. So best to do it with a HVLP sprayer. Rolling it with a little weenie nap just takes forever, but
can you rent those sprayers if you don't have one?
You can rent them. You can rent airless sprayers and HVLP sprayers. But we now got a sandblaster, a vapor blaster from Graco. And
haven't used it yet.
And that's the fastest and easiest way to deal with rust. But when it comes to rust inhibitors, in the past we typically just hand sanded it and used wire brushes and wire brushed it, and then our local paint store sells a rust inhibited primer and for metal, and so then we would spot prime all the rusted areas, and then we paint we've had really good luck with using a product from Sherwin-Williams, an all-surface enamel, a water-based all-surface enamel. Has been excellent for us for doing fences. And you got to thin it out using an HVLP sprayer. We had thinned it out with XIM latex extender, probably I think about 15%, and we would spray them. And over the years, that's the process we developed, and we finally figured out how we can make money on those darn iron fences, because it's really difficult.
Did you see one Portico elastostatic spraying is best for iron?
So one Portico electrostatic spraying is best for iron. It will act like a magnet, and that's like powder coated and stuff like that. We don't have the capabilities to do that, but if you could somehow do that is or even powder coat it. If it's like a small gate or something like that, you could take the gate into a powder coating company, and ultimately that's the best finish there is. But I've never done any electrostatic stuff. I'm curious if anybody out there has done any electrostatic. And one Portico, just curious if you've done it, if you own a company or fence company, or do you have electro? I don't even know how they work.
Rich Miller asks, I like fences and deck, just started doing them, not real hard to figure out. Do you recommend to redo them every couple of years? What is your recommendation for fences?
So this is what I tell customers. And first off is, when we do decks and fences, we do not give any warranties with them, because the one thing you can't, or guarantees, because the one thing you can guarantee is they are going to peel. They are going to have problems. Up here, we have snow. We have 110 degree temperatures. We have minus 20 degree temperatures. Anything on a flat surface, horizontal surface, it's just an incredible amount of maintenance. So like concrete, the concrete up here, you have to do it every 6 months. You got to clear coat. I got a concrete patio back here, and I got to put a clear coat on it every 6 months. It's just crazy how hard it is. Decks and fences. On a fence, I always tell customers 2 to 3 years. You can expect if you get past the third year, if you still want your fence to look really, really good, you're going to have to do it again. Their decks and fences are high maintenance. I mean, just they're just obnoxious, but it just costs money, and for a professional painter to do, it's not cheap because we go through tons and tons of product doing decks and fences. But I'd say our deck, a fence 2 to 3 years, it's going to be the same with decks, except if your deck gets full sun exposure, full snow exposure up here. I mean, up here in the mountains where we have a cabin at Tamarack, and up there you're going to get 2 years out of your deck, and that's it. I mean, the best products up there, that's it. I mean, that's what they last. I mean, they got snow piled on them for months, and it just beats the heck out of them. So I advise never to give any warranties on decks or fences. You just tell the customer, in 2 to 3 years, that's what you can expect to redo it again.
4 minutes, we are going to be
giving away the Ultra.
Live.
The Graco Ultra. So we got Benjamin Moore Regal. I think that's a...
paint.
I think that's a paint. Danny Boys saying... I'm not like 100% familiar with Benjamin Moore, but I do believe that's an exterior paint. Maybe I think Arbor Coat is their stains. $3.97 Cooney, best general paint sprayer. So we'll talk about that a little bit. So the deck, we'll go get to some decks and stuff, because somebody asked about the tip sizes. When we're spraying a fence, I use a 515 tip. When we're spraying a deck, we so typically brush and roll the whole deck except the seams. So you have the little seams that but they're typically, I don't know, a quarter of an inch or something, and we like our stain to get down there. It's really difficult to brush and roll that, so we use a 210 tip to spray the seams, both sides, try to get it down in there and get our color down in there. And so we use that to spray the seams and along our edges and stuff, but then we use a roller, like a 9-inch roller and a 4-inch stain brush to do the deck, and that's with water-based stains.
So to summarize, we have 2 minutes till the drawing. Fences, your last advice. Maintenance every 2 to 3 years.
Every 2 to 3 years. I really like water-based products. Power wash it really, really good. So a lot of people ask me if I use chemicals and stuff, cleaning and stuff. So I don't use, I don't like to get chemicals in people's yards and stuff. I don't care whether they're, that's a good question. I don't care whether they're environmentally safe chemicals. I just don't like dealing with the chemicals. I've had really good luck just using water, cleaning the fences with waters, and using a high quality stain. I've never had mildew problems and stuff like that after they're cleaned. And so no chemicals. I don't use no bleach. I don't use anything else. But what was the thing you asked?
Oh, mildewcide.
So mildewcide, I just had a customer ask us to put mildewcide in their fence, the picture I just showed you, and we started putting it in the fence, and we stained the whole fence and their shingles on their house, and then we read the warning, and man, the warning was just like crazy. Like, that stuff looks like it's gonna kill you, and so I'll never put mildewcide in any of the products I ever spray ever again. So I'll trust that if I use a high quality product, that it's gonna protect the fence. But getting to the sprayer, to spray our fences, if we're spraying a huge fence, we're going to use a larger sprayer. But there's 2 sprayers that we have in all of our vans. I use some Gracos and Titans. So if I'm doing a small fence, I'm not doing a whole lot of spraying like all day long. We'll use one of our smaller pumps, like a Graco 395 or a Titan 440 impact. If we're doing a lot of spraying, like this whole neighborhood, we'd use a Titan 1140 or a Graco 695. I have those 2 sprayers in all my vans.
730.
Oh, it's 730. Arbor Coat oil-based good stuff, Chris, from James Boardman. You're like, there we go. So we're going to be giving away this sprayer here. Looking forward to that giveaway. Jerry Calvary.
And then we have exciting news after the giveaway, because we're gonna have another really big giveaway. But this is our first.
So we got people asking again, how do you get on the giveaway? It's too late now because it takes to go to my website and get on there for the giveaway. There's some steps you got to go look at something or do something, but you'll see. But on my website, I give away. There's a whole bunch of giveaways, and I keep adding stuff to it because I keep getting tons of stuff sent to me. They just can't even deal with it all, and I'm giving it back to my viewers and subscribers out here, just to say thank you to you guys for helping support me and stuff. So, and I don't know if you guys can see this. So let me see what it looks. Hang on, I'll see what it looks like. Yeah, there's. You can see that little. You don't have to get that close, but that's fine. Yeah, you can get that close. So all I'm going to do is hit. This is all my giveaways are handled by this site, Galeem.io, and they're random winners. There's no bias here whatsoever. I don't have no say. So I'm going to come over here. And hopefully the winner's on our live show tonight.
If not, contact them.
Because you have to enter your email address to enter the giveaway. So we got your email address. So here we go. We are going to select draw winner, and it says the competition is not finished. Are you sure? Because the time's not run out because I wanted to do it live. So we are sure. Bam. So try draw.
Exciting.
100%. It's drawing, and the winner is Ephraim Lee. Ephraim Lee is our winner.
Yay! Congratulations.
There you go. Cypress, California is where he's from.
Congratulations. We'll be sending him an email.
Entry 1077. Cool.
Well, do you have a big announcement?
Oh, so
hopefully sooner rather than later.
So we gave away this sprayer from Graco.
Goodbye.
And, I got 100,000 subscribers is coming up pretty soon on my channel, which is a big day. It's a pretty big moment. So we're kind of excited. It's coming up here in the near future. Hopefully sooner than later. I don't know. We think maybe in about a month or so.
We hope.
We should be hitting 100,000, and for that 100 to celebrate for that 100,000. Moment, which is a big moment for us. We're going to be giving away a Titan 440 Impact, one of their anniversary sprayers.
A Titan 440
an airless sprayer.
Impact.
A full-blown airless sprayer. One of my favorite airless sprayers. I've started off my business with a Titan 440. I used it for, I think, 5 years. That's all I use. So get ready for that. That's going to be... I'll be putting the giveaway, starting the whole process of it on my website, theidahopainter.com.
And we'll give it away once we hit 100,000.
Once we hit 100,000, we're going to give it away on my live show, and it's only going to go to somebody on my live show that's actually on the show at that time. Like this sprayer we just gave away, you didn't have to be on the show, but when we give away the Big Daddy, which it's $1,000 sprayer, you're going to have to be on the show live.
Yep.
So Joshua Hagen says congrats. We got some people saying congrats there.
Yeah.
Josh R. Jerry, he's answering Jerry's question.
We like that.
Yeah, we're at like 90, we're over 92,000 subscribers, and
thank you.
I average about like 150 a day or so. So,
thank you.
So let's see.
Where's your store website?
So my store, the website, if you go to my channel, my website, theidahopainter.com, you'll see I got a tool store on there also. It's just one of the tabs up there. You can click the tool store. It's a simple way that you can help support me and the making of all these free videos that I'm helping you guys out with.
It says Anthony Martinez, first time watching live. Do we know him? Do I know you? Did I go to high school with you? If so, welcome.
It doesn't look like it.
I think so.
He looks young. We went to high school with Anthony Martinez, and I wrestled. He was on my wrestling team at high school.
If not, we welcome you.
Yeah, interesting. And he has a son that was wrestled on the U.S. one of the U.S. teams. Yeah. Matthew B. Sweet. Let's see. I have Zach Rollins. I have an Ultra 600 and a 190 ES. Let's see. We got Dwayne Castrine says, love your channel. Thank you very much for supporting us.
So we gave away the Graco. We told everybody about the Titan.
We got Daniel Stringer just gave us
you.
a super chat. Thank you very much, Daniel, for helping support our channel.
We talked about fences, what you like.
We got to talk about the decks a little bit.
Now we're going to talk about decks.
Yeah, we did. So we'll get into the decks a little bit. We got to make sure we got we got plenty of time. Didn't think we're running out of time.
Does Daniel have any questions about the decks?
If you got any questions, Daniel, he's one of our super chatters tonight. Thank you very much for your support. It's awesome. Anybody that supports us and gives us a super chat, we do appreciate just thinking about us and being willing to give your hard-earned money. I mean, every bit of money you guys have, it's hard-earned and worked for. So it's appreciated when you help support us.
What did Anthony say?
Let's see. What was that? Anthony Haha from California. Live on Cleve. He's from California.
Live.
Oh, live on Cleve? Live on Cleve.
Cleveland.
Live on Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yeah,
We're
welcome.
glad you're here, Cleveland.
Car Ramrod. What do you know about a knot on wood that won't catch? Not sure what he's asking.
I don't know. But
Knot
we're
on
talking
wood that
about
won't
decks
catch.
now, right?
Yeah, so we're on to decks, and the process we go about doing decks, and I know that you can go to the extent of stripping a deck, completely sanding them down. If somebody wants a deck that's got multiple coats on it and stuff like that, we don't, as painters, that's not a service we offer. We restain decks, but we don't completely strip them. But, however, Graco sent me that vapor blaster, and so we're gonna, and it's sandblasting using all kinds of different media like sand, soda, and stuff like that, and we're gonna be testing that out, and we might be getting into doing some stripping of decks and stuff like that, but it's gonna be for people that want to spend a whole lot of money to make their deck look brand new again. But typically a deck, we go out with our pressure washer, and we use one of the rotating nozzles. And one of the reasons why I like that rotating nozzle is it agitates the dirt and the surface, and it cleans a lot better. But with those agitating nozzles, you got to be really careful, because if you're not experienced, you can do a whole lot of damage, and you can do more damage than you can do good. So, but we got a lot of experience using them, and my guys that work for me do, and we don't damage anything. So I know there's a lot of people that like to not butcher me and say we're just tearing up people's houses and stuff, but it's just simply not true.
If I was doing it, I would damage.
Yeah, you could give it to the
So
you could give it to the wrong person. A new guy, hand him the power washer and walk away, and he could just say damage a deck, damage anything, a house. You could tear up a car with one. But we clean the deck with the power washer with an agitating nozzle. All the power washing we do, houses, fences, is always with that agitating nozzle. We don't use any flat nozzles or anything.
do you have any videos on how to use a power washer?
I do. So I got a whole bunch of videos on doing decks and fences, and how we power wash decks and how we power wash fences. But we go through the power washing process, and then and it's a little bit different than fences, but because we're stripping the heck out of the fence because it roughs on cedar, but the deck we're staying farther away and just getting it good and cleaned. And if there's anything really bad, dirty, that we get out a nylon bristle scrub brush, and then we also keep like Crud Cutter, Simple Green, and some cleaners. Crud Cutter and Simple Green are two
great products.
Like people have their barbecues on the deck, we'll spray that on there and scrub where the barbecue's dripped and stuff like that, because you're staying, there's oils and stuff, contaminants that the deck stain won't stick to. Get that thing power wash. In decks, we fences, sometimes we power wash them the same day, but decks we don't power wash them the same day. We do them typically at least a day or two later, and then we'll begin the staining process. And the staining is using a 310 tip or a 210 tip and spraying it in the cracks, and then somebody going back behind that, and one person rolling with a 3-inch nap, or a 3-inch roller with a 3/8-inch nap, and then a 4-inch stain brush. I really like those 4-inch flat stain brushes. And
so what products do you like to use on decks, and why?
So I use Super Deck is what I've been using on decks for the last year now, and I really like the Super Deck. It's So far, it's performed really well for us. There are some products out there that I've used in the past that show lap marks really, really bad that I don't like.
those.
If any of you guys know any good deck products out there that
Sure.
that are solid color stains that don't show lap marks and where you've rolled, because where you stop and go, a lot of them are just really bad when it comes to that, and showing you lap marks and stuff. And the Super Deck has been pretty forgiving for that. I think Flood used to make, I don't know if they even exist anymore, but they made a product, and it was horrendous when it came to lap marks, and your deck was just, if you didn't have the ability to just lay it out properly, it just looked really bad. And I think it was the emulsibond that was in the Flood that caused it to do that. So, but I'm not sure.
When was the last time you did an oil on a deck? You have any oil nightmare or good stories?
So and I get this question a lot. If you're going to put oil-based products on, we have recently done a deck with an oil-based semi-transparent. It was brand new wood, and it was like a really super expensive wood. I can't remember what it was. Ironwood or teak wood or something like that. Ironwood.
Really
amazing.
heavy,
It was super
beautiful.
expensive deck, and we use an oil-based product. And here's one of the very important keys using oil-based products. With latex products, if you get too much on there, it dries. It completely dries 100% and doesn't stay tacky. Oil-based products, if you don't wipe up the excess, it stays tacky and then collects a whole lot of dust and dirt over time, and it never really fully dries, and it becomes an absolute mess. And so I got a video when doing the actual deck where we were guys were we were applying it, brushing it on, and then guys were just ragging all the excess off. You got to have lots of rags to pull off that excess, because anything that doesn't absorb into the wood, we call them shiners or puddling, you've got to wipe that off. Absolutely essential. And I had somebody just recently email me that their deck was still tacky and collecting dust, and how to solve it. And we learned the hard way a lot of years
Been
ago.
there, done that.
Yeah, most of the stuff I've learned in my career I've learned the hard way, trial and error. But you're gonna have to go back and just go back with mineral spirits and scrub it down with mineral spirits in rags and or even sometimes lacquer thinner. But mineral spirits is usually just scrub and scrub and scrub till you get all that excess tacky stain off the deck. And it's a really time-consuming, labor-intensive process.
So are we having any more giveaways tonight?
Are we?
The Rolling Dog.
The Rolling Dog giveaway. We're giving
showed
away
a hat?
the hat, Paint Life hat, with some of the Rolling Dog products. Here's the hat we're giving away. I do, on my website, theidahopainter.com, we sell our shirts and hats there if you want to help support us, to help support my YouTube channel, and just want a really cool shirt or hat. I got my, it's called the Cafe Press store, and all the shirts and hats that you see on there, we created. Me and my sister designed and created them. So those are all original, done by us. Artwork, kind of cool, simple shirt. But I got a bunch of designs that we'll be releasing, that we've done and created, that we'll be releasing in the future.
Go down the feed to see.
We got Richard Kirschenbaum.
Whoa.
Gave us a $25 super chat.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Richard.
you very much. Wish we were going to Honolulu to see you.
Kirschenbaum. Is
Close.
he? Oh yeah, he's from Honolulu.
Honolulu.
Yeah.
We wanted to go down.
Let's see. Current deck has bare deck paint, but it's a bit slippery when wet. New puppy is sliding all over the place when it's dry. Total redo. Any good non-slip paints or tree? So here, that's a good question. So, Richard, so here's one solution. You don't have to completely. You can, redo the deck. Use Shark Grip, and Shark Grip is it's like sand, like a silica sand, and they sell it, and you just put it right in your stain. And I've done it on pool decks, I've done it on decks, I use it in epoxies for epoxy garage floors that people that want a slip resistant additive to it. So add that to the stain. You can go back and redo the deck again, the same color, and just throw your Shark Grip in there. And you got to make sure to keep it stirred up all the time, because the Shark Grip will have a tendency to settle down on the bottom, but it actually works. It works really well. And here's So shark grip is one additive. To get that in there, it has to be added into the product. But I just tried a product from Sherwin-Williams on a pool deck that we just did
It was the cool
acrylic.
Yeah.
I think it's called acrylic deck,
and it's
cool feet,
technology.
cool touch technology where it'll keep your deck or pool deck up to 20 degrees cooler. And we just did our pool deck, and I did a video on it. I haven't posted the video yet, but when I haven't done a whole lot of research and I tested the product, but I haven't been on the pool deck myself to see. But it's supposed to be slip resistant. And
Kind
so
of like an epoxy, kind of.
it's I don't know, it's
Pretty thick.
it's a flat finish, but it's not supposed to be slippery, but I think it was really more designed for concrete and stuff. But I think, Richard, I think your best bet is adding shark grip to it. I've had really good success with shark grip, like I say, in epoxies, in solid color stains and semi-transparent stains. It does the roughness, it wears off over time, but I mean your decks are gonna have to be redone every 2 to 3 years anyways. I just redid my own pool deck. My wife and I did it 2 days ago.
No, yesterday.
We did it yesterday, my pool deck yesterday. Repainted it. If you want to see my pool, I got a video painting a pool, and that's my actual pool. How to paint a pool.
Paint it this year.
And if you got a pool and it hasn't been painted, what you don't want to do is paint it and get into that nightmare of painting pools, because it's like a deck or
you don't
fence.
want to start.
Once you start it, it's every third year it has to be repainted, and what a nightmare that is. But you can see me painting the pool. So any good non-slip paint. So but that's the only the acrylic deck I know is slip resistant. But I think the shark grip is the best bet.
Way to go.
Chris Gale, Richard I think Chris Gale is from California. I think he has this sign company. I think he's helped me. If it's the same Chris Gale, has helped me with some of my logos in the past. Yeah, if not, welcome, Chris. If it was, thank you very much for your help.
James says SKD Tech.
Skid Tech or SKD Tech. James Boardman. I wonder what that is.
He puts it in a big pepper shaker, so it sounds like something.
I put it in a big pepper shaker. That's interesting. So Skid Tech. So it might be the same thing like shark grip.
Yeah, same type of product.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. Skid Tech. That'd be interesting. Even I've always mixed the shark grip in with a stain, but I guess you could throw it in a like when we do flex on epoxy floors, we throw it in a weed sprayer and spread it out with or like a fertilizer spreader. I put it. Let's see. He puts it in a big part super tube. Any discount for the Titan 440 you can get us. So on my tool store. Hopefully I've been dealing with Titan now for a while, and their marketing and stuff, and Graco and stuff, and hopefully in the near future it'd be really cool if we could get some discounts for my viewers.
Deals, yeah.
We're working towards that and trying to get you guys some deals. I do have my tool store, which you can go to my tool store and purchase the products that I really believe in and use, like the Graco 395, the Titan 440. I really love the sprayers, and a lot of times you can find the tools and products I use in my tool store cheaper than what you can get.
But you said the shipping is
free shipping, so
because we're gonna have to ship that 440, and it's probably gonna cost us $100 or something. So free shipping's huge.
Yeah, free shipping
and convenient. You don't have to go to the store and buy it, and they bring it right to your house.
And sometimes they're tax free and stuff. So check out my tool store.
Sales tax.
Sales tax. So look at my tool store. Like
convenience.
I say, some of the things I think I talked about it last time. The craft cardboard shield holder. The only place is to find it is on Amazon, and you can get it through my tool store. I buy the thing personally myself through my own tool store. So I buy products myself, because I can get it cheaper. Some things, all the Graco repacking kits that we use for our guns and stuff like that, they're cheaper in my tool store than I can buy them at my local paint store by almost probably 30 to 40% cheaper.
So we're getting close to the end, and we're going to have a drawing. But before
Chris Gale, PalmerSigns.com.
Thank you, Chris, for helping us. You've helped us.
Palmer Signs. Shout out to Palmer Signs.
Yes.
Catherine Burmeister. Hi, says hi.
So let's wrap up this the decks?
Brian Wagner, it's him.
You know,
Let's
wrap
see.
up.
Yeah, let's see. Adam Coiny? Yo, paint junkies. Well, that's interesting. Spindles are the worst. So, okay, let's talk about spindles real quick. We got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So Aaron Wilmot is, brought up spindles. So when we're spraying spindles on a deck, we typically, what we'll do is we'll spray like all the tops and the bottoms, and then we roll. If they're the square spindles, you typically see like those little 2-inch square ones, and then we'll roll the rest of the spindles. But we try to do the cut-in part that's going to make it faster, because the spindles themselves, we used to just have somebody holding up a drop cloth, and that's a method you can do. You can spray them, but it's always really good to back brush or back roll your stains. And so now we'll typically just do the cut ends and then go back and roll it, but use a 210 tip. And I believe Graco makes a 110, but I've never bought one or tried one. But you're trying to limit the overspray, and we use an airless sprayer too. We've never busted out the HVLP sprayer for doing spindles. But like I say, you can, if you want to just spray the whole thing, have one guy hold a drop cloth, and the drop cloth will just get saturated with it, and then we just lay them out and to dry.
Marla, can you type in our email? She said she didn't receive the Black Dog Primer, so we need to get your email address.
Yeah, so the
or your mailing address and get that to Black Dog Primer.
Live. No, I think it's live show at the. I got a specific email address for my live show now.
And this is going to be for the person who wins tonight.
So
they need to email us their home address, just like Marla. You need to email us your home address so we can get that to them to mail it to you, because that's they should have already gone out.
Let's see, we got Robert James. I painted my concrete that were on the pool. Next morning came out and it was like ice. I used the sand in paint and redid it, and it worked out fine. Oh, so he's saying it was like ice, so it's like really slick.
Slippery.
So you put the slant. Did you use? I'm curious if you used Shark Grip or what brand of sand, or did you just? I mean, because really, Shark Grip is just a really clean, fine silica sand, is what it is, really. Richard Kirschenbaum, better make it for the lower 48. Marla, any
Come
info?
down here. We just read hers.
Okay, so Marla,
All right.
what are
Come
you looking
down here
at?
to Rick.
So Rick Washek, I like to use 9-inch soft brush on handle for deck surfaces. It's fast and gets into the gaps very well. Hey, that's a great tip. Got from Rick. Thank you very much, Rick.
Yeah, let us know the tips you have.
If you guys got any tips, man, just please, put them on here. We definitely would love to, hear your tips, and always, give a shout out for your paint company or who you work for and stuff. It's kind of cool. I'd love to see where you're from.
Josh R. has a question.
Josh R., thank you very much for
you.
your support. Josh, I've seen him on here before, I believe. Let's see, do you get good results just pressure washing and then applying the new stain over this old stain? So that's the a process we go through. I don't strip stains. I've never gone through that process, stripping, sanding, or anything. And I've had really good luck over the years. I've never had any decks fail. I've never had any decks called back on and stuff. But a lot of that's going to depend on the condition of the deck too. You got to just look at it if the thing is just completely abused. But typically most of the decks we're dealing with, they're in fairly good condition. We power wash them, clean them. There's going to be some places maybe peeling and stuff, and we get out our little hand scrapers and we scrape them and stuff. And but just reapplying the new stain right over the top, we've had really good success. But that's using a good quality stain. So the new water-based stains, the polyurethanized stains, are amazing for their bonding capabilities. They bond really, really well. This is one thing about decks is the polyurethanized products, they bond to previous oil-based coatings on decks as long as they've been weathered.
That was my question. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could run into a problem with the to one product not bonding to the other product and it peeling. But if you're using a good deck product, you know, it'll bond really well. I use, you know, Sherwin-Williams, from Sherwin-Williams. It's a product. I think they own Super Deck. I don't know. I know I've been getting some on Instagram and stuff like that. I posted some stuff on Benjamin Moore, and some people were saying, "What, you're not a Sherwin-Williams guy or Titan guy anymore." And just so everybody knows, I'm not paid by Titan. I've never been
Not
paid.
yet. We'd take it though.
Yeah, I'm not paid by Graco.
Nope.
I've never been paid a dime by Sherwin-Williams.
No, not yet. But we'll take your money.
We would love to. We'd love to be paid by them, but we're not. I mean, I say things about. I'd say good things about anybody that makes a good product or supplies a good product, and Benjamin Moore does. And I posted some stuff on Benjamin Moore on my Instagram and stuff. And it's not that I'm like switched from Sherwin-Williams and now I'm using Benjamin Moore. There's times when customers up here say, I only want Benjamin Moore, or I only want Valspar, and you know, if I'll use Benjamin Moore. It's an awesome product.
So to wrap up the decks, when would you recommend a solid color stain?
Senator Aaron says you have to sand after pressure washing. It depends. I mean, you don't have to sand it if the deck's in good condition. If there's some peeling and stuff like that, you know, it's kind of like we, you know, do the necessary prep work. Sometimes there is some sanding. We get out our painting or palm sander, but you got to get rid of dead wood fibers and wood burrs. It's true. So what did you just...
Aaron Wilmot, Sherwin-Williams bought Duck Back and turned Deckscapes into Super Deck.
Well, that's interesting. We got a Aaron Wilmot said it. So Sherwin-Williams bought Duck Back and turned Deckscapes into Super Deck. So I think, I think he's definitely correct. They didn't turn Deckscapes. They discontinued Deckscapes and they put Super Deck in.
So it's a different
as the line.
product.
It's a different product.
And you can tell the difference
You
using...
can tell the difference. Yeah.
So you used Deckscapes before, and now you're using Super Deck.
Yeah, I'm using Super Deck. I really, really liked Deckscapes, and they discontinued it. And so it's kind of like they bought Columbia and discontinued some of their products. And sometimes you think that they just take and stick the label on the new product, but no, it's my understanding when I talk to them. Let's see. Burp, thanks for the product knowledge. Oh, we got somebody else, Blue. Marla White gave us $2. Thank you very much, Marla. We got our super chatters, Mel C. Thank you very much. Daniel Stringer. Thank you, Richard Kirschbaum, Josh R. and Marla White. Thank you very much for your support. Let's see. We got a text from a Sherwin-Williams manager right here. I asked her if they have that M1 bug juice sold in large quantities.
Would you use that on decks or fences?
You can use we put a product called bug juice in our paints to kill flying and crawling insects, and you can put it in water-based and oil-based products, and you could put it in a fence. You could put it in a deck too if you wanted.
I just did that on purpose because we're gonna wrap.
David Stevenson, say hey Dave, please bud. Say hey Dave, please bud. Hey David, how you doing, David? Glad you're on. Glad you're supporting my channel. What about Super Deck Revive? Works good pre-stain. So the Super Deck Revive is a really good product. It does work really well. I've used it before.
So, do you want to summarize or wrap up what we talked about tonight?
Holy cow! Look at all
Decks
these that we
and
haven't gone
fences.
through. So we've gone over decks and fences. Let's see, only scroll all the way to the bottom here. How I go about painting and staining decks and fences. If you didn't get all your questions answered, here you got in light. These live shows are always posted at the end of the live show on my channel, for good. But I got a lot of videos on staining, lots of videos on staining decks and fences. All the stuff I talked about tonight are in those videos. So, let's see, we got another Jamie Tesser.
Thank
Great
you
show,
so
Chris.
much.
Thank you, Jamie from California.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Marla White
said that's a bad email.
That is a bad email.
Then give her another one and we'll figure that out later.
Let's see, the Idaho. It's in her because we've gotten emails. We've gotten 2 emails from that email.
Yeah, just give her a different one for now.
Let's see.
Because we have to do for the winner
Marla,
tonight.
you can just email me here at where's that?
So while he's doing that, just wanted to recap that once we reach 100,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away a
Titan 440i.
on a live show.
That's coming pretty soon. I should be hitting 100,000 subscribers probably within a month.
The information will be on our website.
We had a bunch of questions, several people asking, how do you, like we just gave away the Titan, the Graco sprayer tonight.
Graco.
If you want to win any of these stuff, you have to go to my website, theidahopainter.com. So I'm going to type it in. You have to go to theidahopainter.com, and you're going to see one of the tabs that says giveaways, and there's a bunch of stuff you can win. You can win stuff here on my live show, or you can win on my website without even being on my live show. So there's the website. Go there, and the winner of the $1,000 Titan 440 Impact has to be on the live show. So we got the Sherwin-Williams manager, Brittany. She's one of the best managers I've ever dealt with for paint stores. She's an awesome manager. Thank you, Brittany, for all the help.
Well, thank you for being with us tonight. We have a winner for Rolling Dog giveaway.
Rich Miller says, you guys rock. Love the info. Thank you very much, Rich.
Who's the winner tonight? It's 8 o'clock. It's time for a winner. Yay! Who wants a handy dandy?
She's telling me it's always like this sign you got to get off.
Paint Life hat and Rolling Dog.
Google did not.
Here, come on, let's show. Come on.
Got a Paint Life hat to give away. A handful of Rolling Dog sent me all kinds of stuff. We're gonna be giving you.
So this is going to one person that chatted with us tonight, and his name is.
So in order to win on our live show, you have to be on the live show, and you have to have chatted.
I just see this person chatted again, and they already won.
Let me see. And the winner is Brian Wagner. He just said awesome show.
Thank you.
He's the winner.
And you're the winner tonight. And good luck starting your business and keep on painting. Send
once again
your address.
Yeah, it's you got to send. I just put my email on there, Brian. Try. This is my live show email address for I give away stuff. So it's live show at the. And then it has to be a hyphen. I'm not sure if Marla, if you're using the hyphen, so it has to be hyphen Idaho-painter.com. So it has to. You have to add those hyphens in there.
So Brian, send us your home address, and we will get that little goodie package to you. And thank you for being with us, and keep on painting, staining decks and fences.
Yeah, and don't forget, send your pictures on Facebook if you want to win the next show. Send us a picture of a fence or deck that you've done. On the next live show, we're going to be giving away that. And if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me. Please consider following me on Instagram. I'm putting out little 30-second videos to show you what we're doing at the job sites during the day, giving you little video tidbits you won't see. We're on Pinterest. The Instagram is Idaho Painter. I'm on Twitter.
So Facebook, right now, if you submit a picture of a deck or a fence and tell us anything about it, next week we're going to pick a winner. So we want to make sure and see your pictures.
So yeah, Marla said she typed it. Taylor Grace, it's got a question. We'll have to answer that. When did you become a Christian? We'll answer it next time. The boss is saying to get off. Can't wait till next show. Brian Wagner. Congrats, Brian. Daniel Stringer. So we're off. Good luck. Keep painting. Hopefully you guys have a good week.
Have a great week.
We'll see you next Monday on our live show. Bring your questions and comments. We love to answer them.
We'll have another topic.
And let us know where you're from. And hey, we got McKenna's in the house. She just entered. So now I'm going to hit stop streaming and we're off. We got 40 seconds.
Painting.
The live show's been on for 59 minutes and 25 seconds.
That's kind of weird.
It's over, but that's when it started.
Yeah.
So anyways, enjoy. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Good night.
Out.